Hi everybody, it's your girl Tisha here. Welcome to another woman-to-woman moment. So I was getting some emails and some DMs from some ladies who were wondering why I hadn't yet said anything about our sister Nene Leakes being involved with a married man. So the reason I've waited, one is because I try not to say things from like my initial reaction. Also, I wanted to see what, Miss Leakes was going to say about the situation. And I'm sure you all know that the man that she's been dating was married, may still be married, but definitely was married when she started dating him, and now she is being sued by his wife for alienation of affection. So first I was asked how I feel about that. Look, no judgment for me. If that is something that's available to his wife and she feels that that is going to help her or allow her feelings to be made clear, no judgment for me. If it's part of the law over there, then more power to you. I have no issue with that. Somebody asked me, is that something that I would do or would have done if it had been available to me? Probably. But if I'm being honest, for me, I would have done it more out of spite and as a little bit of revenge at that time, which again, that's me. And I don't ever think that it's good to do anything simply for revenge. It usually comes back to bite you, or at the very least, it doesn't do anything to help you feel better. So back to the situation. So I was waiting to see what Miss Leakes was going to say, and I have to say that when I saw the video first that she did for TMZ Live, I was a little disappointed because it didn't seem as though she was taking it seriously.
We live for y'all, honey. Anything else, Freedom, for tonight? No.
We love you, girls.
Yeah, we do. We love y'all. It's so much is going on in the world. Let's just try to show each other a little more love.
Okay.
And I really mean that from the bottom of my heart. It's a lot going on in the world. Mm-hmm. I'm already out here a husband stiller, and this is too much. And ain't nobody out here stealing husbands. Are they? I would never.
There's too many going around, honey.
It's a lot of single people out here last night. I saw a lot of single people in the building last night. So I don't think it's nobody want to steal nobody else's problems. I can tell you that, honey. Nobody want to steal nobody else's problems, honey. So nonetheless, I love you guys.
So that was disappointing to me. I hadn't really thought about what I expected, but I definitely expected her to be at least a little more serious about it. So then she did an exclusive interview for ET Online, and again, I was disappointed. I was disappointed at what she said, and this is what she said exclusively to ET Online. So, see, that's one of the main reasons why I wrote Woman to Woman, Letters from Wives to Mistresses, because that's what we do as women, right? When it's convenient for us, we disconnect ourselves from each other. When we want a man, somebody else's man, then all of a sudden, it's not my business what's going on over there. But first of all, if you're being sued, then I would say that it is your business. And secondly, if you are a part of this thing we call sisterhood, then it definitely is your business. This negative dynamic between us is why I wrote Woman to Woman, Letters from Wives to Mistresses, because it's so convenient to lose our empathy and our sympathy for one another when it comes to a man, a married man, in this instance, when it comes to a married man that we want. I do not believe that we get to exact our happiness by helping to destroy somebody else's. That is not what a sisterhood is supposed to be about. I want to read you all a letter, a real life letter from a wife to a mistress that was sent to me for my book. Hope you can see that. I had asked wives to write a letter as if speaking directly to the other woman that her husband was involved with. And you should know there are also letters in here from mistresses to wives where I asked them to do the same thing. Write a letter to the wife of the husband you got involved with. So here is one of the letters. To my husband's mistress. I hesitate to let you know how much you've hurt me. I don't want to give you more power than you already think you have. But this author asked me to be honest and raw. So here it is. You helped destroy me. You put a hole in my heart that may never heal. I know adultery has been going on since the beginning of time. Still, I truly expected more from a woman of today, where women are fierce, independent, strong. I thought we were all about helping other women become their best selves, but not you. You are not that woman. The truth is, you have made me once again believe that women are still self-centered, egocentric whores that use the feminist movement to empower themselves to do whatever they want, no matter the consequences and no matter who they hurt. I love our gender. Clearly, you don't. You couldn't possibly say you do when it only takes a penis to turn you against us all. And you might say that's dramatically over-exaggerated, but it's not. Because if you did this to me, you would do it to any woman. I know women still only find the husband who cheats responsible. Many of my own friends disagree with me on blaming you, but I can only be honest. I do blame you. I don't care if that seems illogical, just like you didn't care about tearing my family apart. You're a woman. You should have known better. I hope you're proud of yourself. You helped to break up a family. You helped break up a home. You broke up a marriage. You took part in the utter breaking of another woman from a destroyed wife. Now, that's just one of the letters from a wife to a mistress. If nothing in those words made you stop and think about this negative dynamic within our sisterhood, then clearly this book isn't for you, and maybe even being a part of the sisterhood isn't for you. Because if you can listen to those words, and if you are a mistress or thinking about being the other woman, or you've been the other woman, and that doesn't touch you, that doesn't stop and make you think about your responsibility within this thing called sisterhood, the lack of loyalty to your sisters, then there's not much else any of us can say to you. Look, I know that being in a sisterhood does not mean that we are always going to agree with each other. But can we at least agree that getting involved with another woman's husband, that's not where it's at. That is not a sisterhood. So, my opinion of the situation, and it's just my opinion, is stop messing around with another woman's husband. I don't care if he said they're separated. I don't care if he said they were getting a divorce. I always think to myself, if you really want to be involved with a married man and you want to choose to believe what he tells you, why don't you at least get the other side? Why don't you call the wife? Why don't you ask her if they're separated? Why don't you ask her if they're getting a divorce? But I know none of us would ever do that. Why? Because when it comes to a man we want, we will believe what we want and what we need to believe to have him, to take him away from someone else. Becomes about ego. It becomes about only ourselves. And that's not what a sisterhood is about. And that's why one of my mottos, as you know, is loyalty is key. Yes, there needs to be a reestablishment of loyalty within our sisterhood. What is any relationship without loyalty? We need each other. We need each other more now than ever before. But if all it takes is a man to tear apart this thing we call sisterhood, then we have a lot of work to do. I'd love to know your comments. Let's steer away from, insults, degrading insults. That whore came from a real life letter, so that, wasn't me speaking. So let's steer away from the name calling in the comments, because I'm sure you and I can agree that that doesn't help fix anything. And if we are going to have this very uncomfortable but necessary conversation from woman to woman, then we need to do it in a respectable way so that each one of us listens, wants to have something to add to it to make it better, and so that we can all take away something so that we can strengthen our worldwide sisterhood. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate all of you who have ordered Woman to Woman. Make sure you check out the reviews on my book. Thank you so much, Miss Mimi Faust and Miss Tierra Marie and Miss Bridget Smith, Kenny Mack, all of you beautiful sisters who took time out of your life to give a positive review to Woman, Letters from Wives to Mistresses. I appreciate you, and I'll never stop thanking you. So thank all of you so much for listening. Thank you for joining in on this Woman to Woman moment with your girl, Letitia Jackson. Stay safe, stay well, stay loyal, and have a good day.